Are you forgetting things very often? Do you have many thoughts popping in your mind, but you are unable to focus on them? Maybe you are confused about your decisions. If you answered yes to these questions, then chances are you are suffering from brain fog syndrome. But don't panic just yet. Brain fog syndrome is in fact very normal, but it can prevent you from performing at your best. On that note, let's see 10 easy ways to get rid of your brain fog quickly. Starting off at tip number 10, focus on the words. If things are escaping out of your mind, there's a chance that you are not focusing on them. In fact, according to experts of the Cleveland Clinic, attention is the first ingredient for memorizing things. In a 2018 study, researchers discovered that when a person pays attention to an event, the brain silences the other activities in that specific area. This silencing is what converts the event into a memory. Surprising, right? So when a person focuses on any special event, that event easily becomes part of their memory. This is why paying attention to a single detail is one of the best ways to get rid of brain fog. Try focusing on the main event. In fact, if you pay attention every time you keep keys in your pocket, you will never forget where you have placed them. Not only that, but by focusing your mind, you will essentially train it to get rid of that distracting thoughts that keep popping up every time. This simple hack will help you feel more relaxed and calm. Number 9, sleep like a baby. Let me ask you, what's your sleep schedule like? When do you go to bed? And how long do you get a sound sleep? As they say, a long sleep is the best cure in a doctor's book. A survey suggests that 30% of American adults are not getting enough sleep. Sleep deprivation negatively affects the ability of the brain cells to maintain their functions properly. Sounds pretty obvious, right? But it's something that has become all too common in today's world. Staying awake to watch the latest episode of Netflix all night sound familiar? Well, poor sleep can have drastic effects on your thinking. This means poor sleep can deprive you of your decision-making power, which is a clear signal of brain fog syndrome. To put it simply, try to get enough sleep. Experts recommend sleeping at least 7 hours or more for a healthy adult. But sleep requirements vary from person to person. For example, some people with anti-anxiety medications need more sleep than normal. Number 8, eat healthily and heartily. Now, what do we mean by that? Well, one of the biggest reasons for brain fog is unhealthy food. This also means vitamin deficiency. So how would you correct this? Any guesses? Yeah, eat healthy and heartily. Simply put, correct your diet. And by diet, we don't mean eating leafy greens and giving up your favorite pasta. Simply eat food that is tailored to your body's requirements. Because your brain demands glucose to work efficiently, so eating healthy sugars that come with fruits or vegetables and organic foods is a good place to start. These foods are also the perfect pick when it comes to dealing with vitamin deficiencies in the body, which can help a ton in mental clarity. And if you are a health freak like us, then you simply can't look over omega-3 rich foods. Foods like seafood, nuts, plant oils, and seeds that are rich in omega-3 fatty acids are proven to keep membranes of your brain cells healthy. Studies also suggest that omega-3 fatty acids decrease the rate of brain aging and reduce the symptoms of brain fog syndrome. Other food choices to get rid of brain fog are eggs, milk, avocados, leafy green vegetables, and meat. With that said, you should also cut down on unhealthy substances like corn syrup and artificial flavors that contain excess amounts of fructose sugars. These burst your brain with energy molecules, and then it lets it starve after some time. As a healthy cooking hack, try switching to olive oil instead of typical vegetable oils. These oils contain certain chemicals that cause brain inflammation, leading to brain fog, depression, and anxiety. And don't forget, whatever you eat, eat heartily. Number 7, cut back on multitasking and follow a schedule. One of the major drawbacks of this modern society is we start on everything at once. But this brings more harm than good. As the late Mahatma Gandhi once said, it is health that is the real wealth, not the pieces of gold or silver. This golden proverb explains the importance of preserving your health over all things. Performing more than one task at once is a big reason why you may have diffused mental clarity. Multitasking exhausts your brain with bursts of signals. A neuroscientist and New York Times bestselling author Daniel Levitin says that the fast, continuous shifting of signals in multitasking causes the brain to use up its fuel and feel exhausted very quickly. Multitasking can deplete your brain function so much that it can leave you with a confused and unclear mind. So what should you do in such situations? Simply perform only one task at a time. This goes perfectly with the first tip: focus and attention. This will help you focus on one thing and get it out of the way quickly. The best place to start is by scheduling your daily work. Take a paper and write down everything you have to do today. Then make a schedule by prioritizing the most important task. This will improve your memory over time, giving you clarity. Number 6, check your blood vitamin levels. Clinically, many doctors suggest testing the blood vitamin levels. This is because vitamins are responsible for our thinking patterns and functioning of the brain. In particular, vitamin D deficiency has proven consequences for weak memory and mental functioning. In fact, a study suggests that deficiency of vitamin D can be an underlying reason for depression, stress, and anxiety. In a recent study, 318 participants who had low blood vitamin D levels were analyzed for measuring the relation of vitamin D with brain diseases. In this 4-year study, it was found that the participants with low vitamin D developed dementia and brain fog. So if you are dealing with brain fog or any other mental issue, we recommend that you first check your vitamin D levels. If you have very low vitamin D, recover it by taking in sunlight, eating vitamin D-friendly foods like eggs, fatty fish, fortified milk, and mushrooms. Number 5, start exercising. One of the easiest ways to reduce brain fog is to start exercising. Exercising is like a magic pill that improves the functions of your brain. This is because physical activity increases the blood flow and oxygen supply to the brain. This helps feed the brain and remove all the toxins that would otherwise interrupt it. Researchers suggest starting with aerobic exercise for controlling brain fog. In a study of 86 old women, it was found that 6 months of aerobic training increased the size of the hippocampus, which is a special part of the brain involved in verbal memory and learning. Exercise will also make you physically tired, helping you fall asleep on time and get a sound sleep. We recommend brisk walking for 5 to 10 minutes as a good place to start off. Number 4, manage your stress levels. According to new statistics from the Stress Organization, more than 50% of Americans are stressed every day, which means more than 50% of Americans have defective brain health. Stress is like a slow poison that debilitates you internally and slowly. Experts say that long periods of stress can disturb your hormonal release, increase your blood pressure, and weaken the immune system that triggers depression and brain fog. Stress also causes mental tiredness, and your brain feels low on energy, making it really hard to focus, think, and decide. One of the best stress management techniques we recommend you take advantage of is meditation. This increases your power to focus, sleep, and decrease brain fog. Number 3, reduce caffeine intake. One of the most common and easiest ways that people get brain fog is by drinking fluids rich in caffeine like coffee, energy drinks, and black tea. Caffeine causes neural excitation that boosts the release of adrenaline in the body. Adrenaline then speeds up many functions in the body like heart rate and blood pressure. This can interrupt your normal sleep cycle, leaving you with sleep deprivation, which is another big cause of confusion, lack of concentration, and diffused mental clarity. So avoid taking too much caffeine. Even if you are addicted to it and want it badly, try to avoid it for a few hours before going to bed. Number 2, try intermittent fasting. Want to think more clearly? Let your digestive system rest. One of the best ways to do this is by intermittent fasting to help you reduce the symptoms of brain fog. According to a 2012 study, 6 hours of intermittent fasting can increase the levels of human growth hormone in your blood. These growth hormones increase the proteins that give you a boost of good energy. This energy is utilized by the brain to help in cell repair, reduce inflammation, and improve brain functioning. Simply put, intermittent fasting will give your metabolism a well-deserved rest and increase brain activity. Now, before we show you the top proven method to deal with your brain fog, if you are enjoying today's video so far, then go ahead and smash that subscribe button. And also leave a comment saying I subscribed, so we can personally reply to each of your comments. Number 1, spend less time with your cell phone. So how much time do you spend on the phone? We're all guilty of it. We use it more often than we should. Research by the Harvard Medical School suggests that excessive usage of the cell phone stimulates brain activity. Some researchers believe that technology is actually destroying our brain and triggering obsessive behaviors. In fact, many Americans report that constant checking of email accounts and social media actually stresses them out. All these factors can lead to brain fog syndrome. So try to spend less time on mobile phones, and especially avoid the screen light before going to bed to fall asleep quicker. Have you ever experienced brain fog or other mental conditions? If yes, then be sure to share your experience in the comments below. To see the next best health hack, click here.